Hey everybody, welcome back to Rusty Wrench Restorations and our 9th episode of Retro Restorations. It's where we jump in the time machine and head back to go over restorations we've done in the past before I started the YouTube channel. This one's pretty unique. It's not your typical farm agriculture type restoration. It's a 1950s model Roll-pac miniature roller. So I saw this thing, and if you don't know by now, I love weird, quirky, ugly things, and this one sure fits the bill. So take a look and look at this pretty cool piece of miniature construction machinery. So here's a 1950s model Roll-pac roller. I believe this company ended up selling out to Toro later on down in life, but I just saw this thing and had to have it. You know, I just love these weird, quirky, unique things. The seat swiveled so you could look in front of you or behind you, and basically it just had a lever on one side that you'd go forward to go forward and back to go back, and you'd steer the front. The front and rear drums had plugs, so you could fill the drums with water to add additional weight to the tractor. Quick little video of me unloading it off the trailer. And here she is over in the side yard. I knew nothing about this thing at that point, so had to start doing a little research. As it turns out, it was made by the Philadelphia Toro Company in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Everything for the lawn. So I don't know if this was made by them or if this was just the dealership that it was sold at, but this was the tag that I ended up finding on it. And as you can see in this picture, it clues you into the color of the paint that I ended up painting it. So yeah, Robin Subaru 8.5. It's a newer engine that was put on there. It was definitely not the right engine for it, but you could put pretty much anything on this that you wanted. So the lever that you see there with the red handle at the top, that's what you use to go forward and back. And the one on the bottom, I believe, was to engage and disengage the clutch. Here it is after I painted it. There really wasn't a whole bunch with this one. It was pretty quick, down and dirty. I mean, I wire wheeled it, shot it with some primer, and painted it. I did put a Farmall Cub seat cover on it, and it kind of matched. And I had my buddy Bruce from Blue Line Graphics make me some custom decals for it. Those are what the decals were supposed to look like. I was able to scrounge some pictures off the internet, send them to him, and he did his magic. If you look in this picture, you can see that the front drum is split in the middle, and that is so that if you're rolling asphalt, when you make turns left and right, it doesn't stretch, right? Because as that drum would turn, the outer edge that's on the outside of that turn would be traveling a greater distance and speed than the inner edge. So by them splitting that drum in the middle, it allowed them to roll at different speeds or different rates of speed to prevent stretching of asphalt. At least that's what I was told, and it makes plenty of sense to me. Just some more pictures of the Roll-pac. Here it is loaded up on the trailer, getting ready to go to Belvidere, North Carolina for its first and only show. Alright, so here's that Cub that we were working on in the background. It's a black stripe, so I want to say that was the 1976. I've got the ag tires on the front and the mid-mount grader blade on the middle. So I took both of these down to that show in Belvidere and had a good time. So I think I have a video here. If I can find it, I'll throw it in of my buddy Brian driving the Roll-pac down there in Belvidere. But anyway, just another cool little piece. Spent barely any time here. I didn't even look at the dates on it. I would say less than 2 months probably. And I ended up selling it off to a guy that needed it to do sidewalk repair. So again, saved a piece of equipment, got it back in its original color and livery, had some fun with it, took it to a show, and passed it on to somebody that could use it. That's what it's all about. Saving old iron. Alright, well that's going to wrap it up for the 1950s Roll-pac. Hopefully you enjoyed that retro restoration. Thanks again to Bruce at Blue Line Graphics, as always, for making all my custom stickers and graphics for my many projects, whether it be from ATVs to tractors to whatever. So yeah, had a good time with that one, had some fun with it, brought it to a show down in Belvidere, North Carolina, and ended up selling it to a guy who does sidewalk work. He repairs sidewalks, so it was the perfect machine for him, lightweight, easy to maneuver, and helped him get his job done. So it's nice to see that still being put to use today and back in its original, somewhat correct color. So if you enjoyed that episode of the Retro Restorations, check out the playlist. I'll put a link up here. There's 8 other ones before this, so check them out. And huge variety of different things, all makes and models of tractors and machinery.